Fox 5 News at 5.
Baby.
Do I remember this? Not too long ago. The baby name game. You know how it goes. You spend hours and hours and hours going back and forth looking for the perfect name for that little boy or girl that you're expecting.
Yep, making the list, going through the book. Well, if you're looking for a little help in narrowing down your choices, check out the most popular baby names list just released by the Social Security Administration.
I don't get this one. And the number one choice may have been influenced by a vampire.
No.
Joining us to explain, Jane Nussbaum, resident baby name expert at Parents Magazine. Thank you so much for being here, Jane. And, okay, so the most popular girl's name, and I would get this independent of a movie, is Isabella. And the most popular boy's name, which I would get independent of the movie, is Jacob. Both hit the big names in that movie Twilight. Here's what I don't understand. That was a book for teens. Moms weren't supposed to read that.
Well, you know, it's such a romance novel. I just think that so many young moms have enjoyed it, and it's spread far beyond just the teen generation.
A little bit of a trend that that starts and then people get excited about it, but there are a lot of other names as well. Okay, so let's look at some of the most popular names for girls after Isabella. It's Emma and Olivia and Sophia and Ava. That's a pretty name. And for boys, Jacob is followed by Ethan, Michael. I like Alexander, my middle name, and William. Some of these names almost always make the list, like Michael and William. Why is that?
Well, I think it's interesting to note that this is really just for boys. Parents tend to be a lot more creative with the girls' names. But for boys, the list doesn't change as much. A lot of times, the more traditional and biblical names always come back around. And I think also that parents tend to name their sons after their father, or even their father and their grandfather.
There's still a lot of that, isn't there? Keeping names in the family going and making parents and grandparents happy, right?
Exactly. So there are a lot more repeats there.
So, Jane, it seems like, though, the list has changed over the last 20 years. It seems like it's gotten more creative and even out there. Well, why has there been such a change?
I think that the trend really, it's specifically an American trend, is to be a little bit more individualistic. So parents want a name that feels unique. So, for example, Mary was really popular in the past. There were a lot more Marys percentage-wise than there are going to be Isabellas percentage-wise.
So what kind of a trend do you see now in the top 5 names, for example?
Well, you'll notice with the girls, all of the top 5 names, I believe, end in A. So that's one trend. And they also have these sort of old Hollywood glamour names. Ava's in the top 10. Also names that were popular. You could sort of see like a flapper with those names, like Olivia, or these sort of old-fashioned names are really coming around again.
Golden age names. But and here's another one, Malia, after the president's 11-year-old daughter.
It's true. Well, everyone loves the Obama girls. They've already had an influence in fashion, so I don't think there's any surprise there. I do think it's interesting that people are tending to go with a different spelling of Malia, though.
Oh, what is it?
It's M-A-L-Y-A-H.
Okay.
A little change of
that. With an I. Sorry, there's an I.
We understand. We got you.
But names are very important. We know that, because if kids have a funny or strange name, they get teased a little bit. They don't do well socially or academically. There have been a lot of studies on that. So it is important to pick out the right name and a good name for your child.
It is. It's true. You want to have it. You want them to feel like an individual, but also within the realm of normalcy.
Jane Nussbaum, Parents Magazine. We
thank you so much.
Thank you, Jane.
And that's going to do it for the Fox 5 News at 5.